Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to make a statement as the chairperson of the Standing Committee on Labour and Social Welfare, pursuant to Standing Order 51-1A. This is a tribute to a celebrated fallen rugby legend, the late Benjamin Ayimba. Mr. Speaker, I begin by conveying my heartfelt condolences and those of the people of Nairobi to the family, friends, and the entire rugby fraternity for their untimely loss. It is needless to say that the late Benjamin Ayimba, or popularly known as Benja, has not only contributed to the increased popularity of the sport in the last decade, but has demonstrated his love for both the sport and his love for his country. Mr. Speaker, sir, I make this statement cognizant of the fact that the mandate of the Committee of Labour on Labour and Social Welfare, which oversees 3 ministries, including the Ministry of Sports, Culture and Arts, the Speaker endeavours to support and oversight the programs undertaken by this ministry. For the last 4 years, the committee's focus has been to ensure that our sportsmen and women grow and perfect their God-given talents and subsequently earn a livelihood through such efforts. It is therefore against such, or rather this background, that I make this statement in recognition of the contributions of the late Benjamin Ayimba for close to 2 decades. Benja, as he was informally known amongst his friends and within the rugby circles, was an icon extraordinaire whose transition on the 21st of May, having lost the battle to cerebral malaria, has left many who knew and admired his sporting talent at a loss. This is a gap to both the family and the rugby fraternity in this country and in this region that will struggle to fill for the longest time. The late Ayimba was indeed a prolific, talented rugby player on the pitch and an astute coach, a husband and father. From the onset, I wish to recognize the late Ayimba's traits that have contributed not only to his illustrious career as a rugby player and coach, but also contributed to placing Kenya at the highest pedestal globally in the sport. His journey was characterized by persistence, willpower, and resilience to succeed against all odds. Those who knew him in his early childhood and teenage days describe him as having had extraordinary traits. Born and raised in a humble family setting, his rise to stardom began way back in the early 80s at the Olympic Primary School in Kibera, Nairobi. Following his stint at Maseno School, his then deputy principal noted that, as I quote, he was an all-round sportsman. As he participated and won in track and field events, soccer, he seemed to have a keen eye on rugby, a journey that saw him leverage on his talent and opportunities, hence his achievements as both a rugby player and coach. One of the articles, Mr. Speaker, that has been done describes him and summarizes his rugby talent as a mixture of brute strength, pace, and dexterity that has never been witnessed in the rugby field, with wonderful evasive skills for the back row and the build of a front row. Mr. Speaker, those who might know rugby will understand what I have explained. Indeed, all of us who have watched him on the pitch and interacted with him can relate to the statement. I remember when I first met him in 2002 after the Floodlights tournament, I told him that I will one day be the captain of the rugby team. And he laughed, but that began a very close friendship after that. Mr. Speaker, apart from the late Ayimba's notable traits that brought honor to this country through the rugby sport, the committee recognizes and lauds his tremendous achievements spanning 2 decades, and I'm honored, Mr. Speaker, that these achievements will forever remain in the record of this House and the record of this country. Just to highlight a few, Mr. Speaker, Benja played for Nondescripts in 2002, Cornish Pirates in England between 2003 and 2005, and the Kenya national team from 2006. He captained Impala, now known as Impala Saracens, to 2 championships, the Kenya Cup in 2000 and the Enterprise Cup in 2001. He represented Kenya at the 1998, 2002, and 2006 Commonwealth Games. He was part of the Kenya squad that featured in 2 Rugby World Cup 7 series in 2001 and 2005 Rugby World Cup 7s tournaments in Argentina and in Hong Kong, respectively. He coached the 7s team between 2006 and 2011, and subsequently in 2009 secured the first ever IRB World Series Main Cup finals in Adelaide, Australia. In the same year, Mr. Speaker, he led Shujaa to its maiden Rugby World Cup Sevens semi-final in Dubai. The second attempt at Kenya Sevens head coach between 2015 and 2017, he coached the team to its first ever appearance at the 2016 Olympics in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, and strived to promote grassroots rugby, was part of the first ever successful Kitui Sevens in 2018. Mr. Speaker, the foregoing achievements are not a small feat. They are no small feat. The late Benja ventured in the rugby sports both as a player and a coach at a time when Kenya, like several other developing countries, continue to lag behind other established rugby nations like South Africa, New Zealand, and the United Kingdom. Needless to say, he was the only rugby sevens coach who was relieved of his duties in 2011 and reinstated in 2015. But despite these setbacks, he carried on and led the team to win the 2016 World Sevens title, Mr. Speaker, in Singapore, where the Kenyan team beat Fiji 37. And that was a very, very serious achievement that remains in the history books of this country. In that case, we salute the strength and persistence of this fallen hero. He was a pace setter and a good example to other talented and upcoming rugby sportsmen. He was indeed a classic example of resilience following passion and talent against all odds. We also laud the late Ayimba and his associates on their aspiration to give back to the community, his vision to establish an age-grading rugby academy in Nyanza region aimed at tapping talent at the grassroots is one that must not only be appreciated, but, Mr. Speaker, that we must also support to its successful fruition. Amidst the achievements and many more, Mr. Speaker, some of which I may not be able to highlight at this time, the committee wishes to remember the late Benjamin Ayimba as one who indeed gave back to his country. An outstanding Kenyan whose efforts to grow personal talent, to mentor young people, and he really mentored everyone who he came across who was younger than him, on and off the pitch, and to give back to community, did well to show patriotism, one of the key pillars of good governance as espoused in Article 10.2 of the Constitution of Kenya. That, Mr. Speaker, sir, defines the late Ayimba's legacy and signature. In the writings of Aristotle, he wrote, "Man is at his best when he is doing his best at what he likes doing best." Indeed, the late Ayimba is one of those men whose achievements will remain engraved in the annals of history. He's among the few who applied this philosophy as a centerpiece of his life, with passion, firmness of purpose, and tenacity being his firm foundation, no matter the insurmountable journey. To those of us, Mr. Speaker, who interacted with him, he was a beacon of hope in sport mentorship. We will indeed have a reservoir of memories of his selflessness, an example that will live until the end of time. As a matter of fact, Mr. Speaker, when the history of Kenyan rugby is written, the man Benjamin Ayimba will find a chapter and a place. Quite literally, he is gone, but his mark on rugby will endure the test of time. Mr. Speaker, therefore, having played his best, Benja is at peace. I'd like to thank, Mr. Speaker, all Kenyans who followed the appeal that we had made and contributed to his medical costs, Mr. Speaker, which had run out of insurance and everything. I want to particularly thank His Excellency, President Uhuru Kenyatta, who, Mr. Speaker, responded to my call for help and donated, Mr. Speaker, 1 million shillings. I also want to thank the Right Honorable former Prime Minister Raila Odinga, who also donated and went and visited the family, and all those other Kenyans who donated 50 shillings, 100 shillings. And even at this time, Mr. Speaker, I just make a final appeal that we still need to help the family. I want to thank Cabinet Secretary Amina, who we've been in touch with. She's really helped together with the Minister for Health and Kenyatta National Hospital to assist with some of those bills. Let us give this hero of Kenyan rugby and Kenyan sport a befitting send-off. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.